Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you for your support, so thank you. And my name is Caterina, or Cat for short. In today's Pick a Card reading, our topic is Expect the Unexpected. Once you choose your card, you can find the timestamps in the description box below, which will take you to your reading. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is also linked below, but please remember that is the only way to book any of my services with me. If anyone ever reaches out to you, just know that that is not me. And today, so I'm going to choose your cards, and then we are going to get your animal runes, and you will also be able to choose your group by your animal runes. So let's start with your cards. All right, Spirit, we're looking at, or our topic is Expect the Unexpected. Can we have a card for group number 1, please? Can we have a card for group number 2, please? All right, thank you. Can we have a card for group number 3, please? All right, now I'm going to get your animal runes. They are in this bag here, so I did shuffle before I started. And can we have a rune for group number 1, please? Okay, we're going to put it face down for now. Can we have a rune for group number 2, please? And we'll put it face down. And for group number 3, please. Okay. Group number 1, you have skull endings number 29, and your rune is change and metamorphosis. Group number 2, you have labyrinth, journey, and number 15. You also have new realm and swan. And group number 3, you have succulence, resistance, number 38. I'm sorry, resilience, succulence, resilience, number 38, and you have industrious and rat. Please take as long as you need choosing your card or cards. If you're drawn to more than one, that is perfectly fine, and I'll see you in your readings. Hello, group number 1. You have the change and metamorphosis animal rune. And your card is skull endings in number 29. What is so interesting to me, first of all, is that with your group and all of the other groups today, the animal rune and the card completely matched up like perfectly. So I feel like Spirit is really talking to you today. And for you, group number 1, I don't think there's any way to deny that you are definitely going through some changes. And I feel like they're pretty significant changes because obviously with change and metamorphosis, you know, it looks like you have a caterpillar about to turn into a butterfly here. And then here you have endings, you have the skull, but you have the plant growing out of the skull, out of the crown chakra. So I feel like not only are you going through a lot of external changes, but I feel internally things are changing as well. So maybe you're looking at things differently, or you will when the unexpected happens. Okay, so I feel for you, group number 1, something that's going to be really unexpected is the amount of positive changes that come through from this ending, because you're going from a caterpillar to a butterfly over here. Okay, so that is huge change, right? So, and I feel like something in your life is just going to blossom and kind of take off. I feel there's also some sort of freedom or something like flexibility, something like that, that's coming in with these changes. And also, I don't want to forget to mention, so this is a calendar right here. And the pink right here, you are most likely not going to be able to read that, but it says March, and then down below it says September. And then right next to it, it says Friday, and then 11. So that could be significant for you as well. Maybe, the timing of things, maybe something ended for you in September or, March, whatever it is. But yeah, I feel like there's definitely an unexpected change that's happening because of these endings. And I feel that whether you wanted these endings to happen or the universe kind of put them into your life, it was time for change. I look at the books up here with the bookends, and I feel like you've closed a chapter in your life, whether you want to admit it or not, or whether you've gotten closure on things or not. And some of you know, you're like, oh yeah, I put that book on the shelf and I'm ready for a new start. But no matter what your situation is, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised once you go through this process and you come out on the other side. You're going to be surprised and very happy with the outcome of things. All right, so that's what I'm seeing there. What else can you tell us for group number 1, please? What else, please? Okay, let's look at this one first. So now you have number 22 in transition, all moon phases. I mean, literally, I can't make this up. This is a huge change, and I feel that I'm getting a very comforting feeling right now, almost like a warm hug from someone that's very comforting. So it could be like a nurturing figure in your life. It could even be someone who's passed on, or it could be a spirit guide who is just saying, just hang in there. Everything is going to be okay. You are going through massive change right now. Your very first 3 items that we're looking at today, talking about change and transition. And I feel like this is going to ultimately change your entire life, but in a very, very positive way, a really positive way. Things are, can you see these tree limbs right here? I feel like things are connecting in ways, because I'm seeing like these tree limbs as kind of like neurons in the brain that are connecting in all these different ways. And like, we don't think about that when we go about our daily lives, right? It just happens, hopefully, right? And then we just go about our lives and everything kind of falls into place. And I feel like that's what's happening with you. Obviously that's metaphorically speaking with what's going on in your life. But yeah, I feel like everything is connected, including things that you did over here before it came to an end. That maybe there was something you learned over here, or certain people you met over here that are going to pop up later on. But the endings, what you did before the endings, the new beginnings, your path ahead, it's all interconnected. And look, number 22, it's very, very powerful. It's happening for you. Oh my gosh, you have number 9 in fate. Do you see what I'm saying? This is supposed to happen. So I know that endings can be very, very emotional. It can stir up a lot of anxiety. It can be a great loss. It can be very, very painful, and it can be very exciting for other people, right? Depending on what your situation is. But the important thing, I touched on this when I first looked at this card, is that whether you wanted this to happen or not, your fate is involved. It's like you could not stop the process, the change with the metamorphosis. It was just inevitable. And it's just that cycle of life. One thing ends so that something else can take its place. In your situation, it's something better. There's some sort of growth and kind of just opening up this realm of possibilities that perhaps you didn't see before when you were over here. Or maybe you're really hoping, you're like, no, I know this is going to be good for me. But there's still this unexpected element where things turn out better than you initially thought. All right, what else can you tell us for group number 1, please? Okay. What else for group number 1? I feel like this card right here on top is calling my attention. All right. The Thief, seizing the moment, and selfishness. Yeah, I feel like you will be seizing the moment. And with selfishness, for some of you, oh yeah, okay, I'm seeing it clearly. Selfishness, some of you are being told that you're being selfish because you're pursuing something that you just know, like something is pulling you with this fate card. And you just know that you have to pursue this. You just know you have to make these changes. And there could be people who don't want you to make these changes. But Spirit is saying, seize the moment. This is your moment. You know it in your soul. Okay, look at the key here. Okay. And then others of you feel that someone else was being selfish to you and created an ending that you weren't ready for. And Spirit is saying, but look, there's a key here. Yeah, there's a key here. It's going to help you in your life. It's going to help you with your future. And look at this bag. Do you see how this bag is closed? This is the unexpected right here. This bag right here, that is literally the unexpected. That you're not, you don't know what's in here. And also this key, I'm telling you, these two things are so significant in your reading. Let's see what else we have here. Oh, there's also healing. With these crystals here, there's definitely healing, and your intuition is also going to help guide you if you let it. So if you're feeling very, like a lot of anxiety from the endings, Spirit is saying just try to calm your nerves so that you can let your intuition in and you will be guided. All right, the Alchemist, balance, invention, and destruction. Yeah, so the destruction was necessary in order for you to create this balance, because something was off balance over here if you would have stayed any longer, because I feel that you learned what you needed to learn, you did what you needed to do, and had you stayed any longer, it would have become more and more uncomfortable over here. So it's just inevitable that these changes were going to happen. So Spirit says try to embrace it, and like a new path is opening up for you. Definitely a new path is opening up for you. All right, I want to take one tea leaf card for you. What is the most important thing? Okay, I feel like maybe it's these two. So we're going to take two. All right, I was going to take one, but let's see what we have. Broken wishbone, wish will not be granted. And we have, oh my gosh. I usually read them one at a time, but for some reason Spirit said pull the other card now. Do you see what's happening? This is amazing. This is crazy. So, okay, remember, I pulled this one first, remember? So, wish will not be granted. I feel like this is definitely the change that you're going through here, because something that you wanted to happen, something that you were just wishing so hard could be true. It's not being granted. And I feel this is causing a lot of anxiety and regret for some of you, and wishing that you could fix things. Okay, so this is the first card I looked at from this. Remember, your second card is wishbone. A wish is granted. So what this tells me is there was something flawed over here, where this thing had to end, because you wanted this over here, but it was impossible to get this over here for one reason or another. It just wasn't, all of the elements weren't cohesive, and there was something that was very faulty over here. But the universe still supports you in getting your wish. So the universe had to shake things up a little bit with destruction, remember? So, I mean, gosh, your cards are just so, the synchronicities are just amazing to me. And also you have number 29 here, and then 2 and 9, so 22 and 9, so that's another synchronicity. Anyway, so you are still going to get your wish. Your wish is still going to be granted. It's just going to be slightly different than how it looked over here, okay? That's just amazing to me. Okay, so let's get into your tarot cards. What else can you tell us for group number 1? Oh, okay, group number 1 is ready. Let's set these over here. These cards are kind of big, so set them down right away. Oh, interesting. Okay, so you have the Son of Coins, and this is the Knight of Pentacles. It's interesting. It's almost like a line in the sand. Do you see that? A line in the sand from the old and the new. Wow. So Spirit says take your time. Definitely take your time. With this card and your change card, the Metamorphosis, this is a process that you can't rush, but a line in the sand was drawn either by you or the universe. And someone else may have drawn the line in the sand and said, you know what, that's it. You're done with this situation, whether it was a relationship, a friendship, a job, even I'm seeing like a landlord or something like that. Maybe you had to move all of a sudden. So either that happened, which is, the universe acting, or you said, you know what, that's it, I'm done. I need to move on and change things that are going on in my life right now. So yeah, that's very, very interesting to me. And look at the sun coming up. And I feel you're going to feel much lighter. Because remember I said something about that with, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I don't remember how exactly I worded it, but changing from the caterpillar to the butterfly, you're gaining wings. You have the ability to fly and move around. There's flexibility, and I'm seeing that here as well. Okay, very interesting. Now you have the Daughter of Baskets, which is the Page of Cups. And look at how the Page of Cups is like going forward. You're looking for something. It's almost like soul searching. And she has the basket here, so it's like gathering things. And look, this looks like lavender. So you're going from, I feel it's a time of chaos into a time of peace and serenity. And not just feeling better about where you are in your life, but where you're going. But when you get to where you're going, when you're fully immersed in this change, you're gonna feel like, I'm feeling like the Empress vibes, where you're so relaxed, you're so comfortable, you have all of these, creature comforts around you, the things that you want, the things that bring you joy, make you happy, everything just kind of falls into place for you. So for some of you, with the Page of Cups, you could be leaving the old behind and pursuing, a different life path. You could be pursuing something that you're supposed to be doing in this lifetime, especially with the Fate card here. And it's also number 9, so that makes me feel like this is something internal, like you're being pulled to do something, to accomplish something that you are supposed to be doing in this lifetime. Very, very powerful what you're going through. Look at that. You have the Wheel of Fortune. This is going to be a positive change for you. Absolutely. I mean, you have the Wheel of Fortune and you have the Fate card, because to me, the Wheel of Fortune can definitely speak to fate and destiny and answering that call, the call of your soul. And what's also interesting about this is here you have the amethyst. And so definitely this journey, I feel, is something you're being called to, and maybe you don't feel that right now, being called on this journey. You may be very upset right now because you have this broken wishbone over here, but you're on the right path. Things are going to work out for you. And there's so much healing going on. And so if you can't see it with your intuition right now, you will once you heal from the thing that was broken over here. Okay, you absolutely will. And the lavender and the amethyst, it's just, I feel like everything is falling into place for you. Like very almost effortlessly, things kind of appear to help you on your new journey. Okay, so here we have the Four of Cups. So I feel like there was something going on where you didn't like what you were seeing. Even if you didn't want where you were to end, You still didn't like where you were. I feel for some of you, it was deep inside you where deep down you're like, yeah, I'm not really happy here, but I also don't want to change my situation because at least I know what to expect here. And I really don't like the unexpected. And then I feel others of you just didn't like where you were and you were looking for change, and then you finally kind of took that leap of faith. And I feel that you're molding your life into what you want to see. And then for those of you who are scared to change, I feel like the universe is helping mold your life into what you deserve. And, you know, in both cases, the universe is definitely helping you. But this card, the Four of Cups, is also showing me that unexpected thing is showing up. And not just that, but do you see here? It's like, I don't know if you can quite make that out, but there's like branches coming up. So there's growth. And I'm hearing again, don't be anxious with the process. Everything is happening at like a predetermined time, especially because, you know, you can't rush the process of metamorphosis, right? That's just, it's happening when it's supposed to happen. And then you have a reference of months here, March and September, as well as Friday and number 11. So you have number 11 here and number 22. See how powerful it is? And then you have fate here. So everything is going to fall into line at the perfect time for you. The 10 of coins, wow. Everything's coming together. Do you see how this is a family that came together for a photo or some event or something like that? Everything is coming together for you at the perfect time. So this could definitely, with the coins here, it could have something to do with building something. So some of you are building a new life. Some of you are gathering things together to start something new. Some of you could be starting a new project or a new career, a new job. Maybe you're starting a new business because you've wanted to have that freedom of a new business. Remember I talked about that freedom, being able to fly and do your own thing. And with that, some of you, I feel, were weighed down before, wherever you were before. It was, something was just very, it was like heavy where you were before. And I feel part of that heaviness was because you weren't living to your fullest potential. And then others of you, see, okay, because if you weren't living to your fullest potential, let's say that you had a job and you had a micromanaging boss and you felt like every day you are just being suffocated. Well, part of why you were put in that situation was to kind of shake things up and wake you up and say, hey, this isn't what you want. In the universe trying to, you know, gently push you in the direction to where you can find what you want. So that's kind of the energy that I'm feeling here. And with the 10 of Cups, this is incredible success. I mean, incredible success financially, spiritually. I feel like you're building bonds with people, possibly a community. I feel also with yourself, like internally, you're creating these very strong bonds with your future self, your current self, who you're supposed to be, what you deserve in this lifetime. And this is a slow process, okay? You don't want to rush this process. Just let things happen kind of naturally and try not to stress about things. Okay, then so this is the Three of Swords. And, you know, it's interesting because usually the Three of Swords has, you know, the swords going through the heart. But here, this person is actually creating something. It looks like they're knitting something here. So I feel that you are, even those of you who are very, very upset by this situation, I still feel, and I'm going to stick by it, that you know in your heart that you deserve better than what you had before this ending happened. And Spirit is really saying, no matter what your situation, to go through the Three of Swords like this. Because this is what I was saying just a second ago. Just try not to stress about things so much, you know, try to go through it with ease and try to understand that better things are on their way to you. then things are going to change drastically for you. Okay. Interesting. So we have the Eight of Swords. Remember I told you you felt stuck? And that's what the Eight of Swords means. It's like you felt like you couldn't move. You felt stuck. And some of you maybe didn't know how to get out of that situation or what to do or where you wanted to go. But, you know, it's very interesting that this person is here, probably standing in a bathroom, in a bathrobe, standing at a sink and looking in the mirror, because remember you had the mirror here with the Four of Cups. And so this is kind of basically what I was saying with the Four of Cups here, where you are looking in the mirror, either literally or figuratively, and you decided that you didn't like where you are or your situation, you know, you didn't like what you were seeing in your life and you wanted to make some changes. And some of you felt stuck out of fear, and others of you felt stuck because you feel like you don't have the resources to make changes, or you don't have the knowledge to make changes. But what I'm seeing here, there's something very cleansing going on here, because this person's in a bathroom, right? And so taking a shower, taking a bath, it's very cleansing. Washing your hands, you're washing away things that don't need to be there. And eventually, slowly but surely, you have to be kind with yourself. Slowly but surely, you're going to see these changes start to take shape. And I'm also seeing you're going to build strength as you go along too. Can you still see that? Yes. Okay. You're building strength within your mind, your emotions, and it's almost like here you're getting ready for the day and you're going about your life and you're still feeling stuck because you can see the swords here on the bath towel. And then you open the door to start your day, metaphorically speaking, and all of a sudden this wish is granted. So you're literally going from this broken wishbone to where your wish is granted. It's so powerful. All right, what else? Okay, this is interesting. So this is the Two of Swords. Now, what this is showing me is balance during the chaos and the delays that you're feeling right now, or that you will feel when if you haven't gone through these endings yet, then you will feel a little bit of that, you know, feeling uncomfortable because you're kind of in limbo. And others of you, so Spirit is saying just go through it with calmness and grace, because you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. This is also saying to do something to calm your mind, to stay grounded. So yoga, exercise, go for a walk outside, take a salt bath, you know, a shower, whatever it is that helps you feel like you're getting rid of, you know, any excess energy. And so this is showing me that Spirit is saying you're going to be fine as you go through this change. And I'm also feeling like it's almost where it becomes effortless. At first, yes, it is a challenge to go through these changes and to kind of get used to the newness of everything, and kind of grow into this new life that's there waiting for you. And so this is another card that's saying take your time, slow down. You don't need to rush into the process, and everything is going to be okay. It also looks like there's leaves down here on the yoga mat. And so that is telling me that another sign that these changes are inevitable. And then we have the Ace of Baskets. Wow. So this is the Ace of Cups. That's really powerful. So there's definitely a new beginning here. And I mean, obviously we've been talking about that through the whole reading. But look at this new beginning. Look at how amazing it is. All these gifts that you have here. I feel like these are all gifts from the universe that are coming into your life. And you see how the person back here is putting like this floral arrangement around this person's neck. So I feel like you're getting a gift from the universe, but it's like someone's helping, someone's like supporting you. Someone's saying, I've seen how hard you're working, or presenting something to you and saying, here, take this. So it could be like a job offer. It could be, you know, any number of things that come into your life, but things are flourishing. And I just feel like, especially where was it? Yeah, the Four of Cups here. I feel like this unexpected thing is when something just kind of falls into your lap almost. Like I said earlier, you open the door and all of a sudden this new beginning is there. It's like, oh my gosh, I was so hopeful that it would happen soon, but here it is. And just, yeah, it's very, very interesting what's happening. And then we have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, I feel like this is kind of the before. So this, I feel you were getting prepared for the metamorphosis, for the changes that were happening, for the endings. Because with the knife here, I feel like, and also look at the tree back here that's bending over from some sort of chaos, a storm brewing. And I feel like you started to feel here, you started to see things that you started to realize, I deserve better, or I want different in my life. And so you made those changes, and now you're starting to see things differently. And I feel that when you come out on the other side of this, you're more powerful. And I feel another thing with, because you know what? I saw this as a knife. That is so interesting, but now it looks like a feather. So I'm getting two references here because remember, I was talking about you're getting freedom, you're able to fly. And so now I'm seeing that as a feather. And now that I look at it, I see it as both. So very, very interesting. I don't know if I ever saw it like that before, but I'm seeing it in your reading in this particular card. There's a new beginning for you, and it's just there waiting for you. I mean, you have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords right here, right next to each other. So it's really, really, it's showing you that there is great potential for this new beginning, and there's great potential for what you can do with it. You just need to focus and have a good sense of clarity on how you're going to mold this to your advantage. Then we have the Five of Swords. Yeah, this is the energy. See, this is interesting because this is the energy that I felt and when I started talking about the Ace of Swords in the very beginning, where I said that you started to realize that something is no longer for you. But I do feel, I said this earlier too. Remember I was talking with the card over here with the books and how their book ended? And I said you learned everything that you could here and you put that book on the shelf. It's time to move on. And that's what I'm feeling here because this looks to be some sort of tournament. There's people in the background here. The person on the chair here is probably like a teacher or something like that. And here I feel like you learned something and then you're going through this battle. But when this battle is over, it's time to move on to the next lesson, the next phase of your life, right? So yeah, and if you would have stayed here, it just wouldn't have worked because you've already done this, you've completed this, so why stay here, right? It just doesn't make any sense. It's time for you to move on and learn new things and grow, because that's, apparently that's what we're supposed to do in this lifetime, is go through challenge after challenge, or, positive experience after positive experience, I guess, however things work out. And challenges aren't necessarily negative either, but, I'm just saying. So you've definitely, I feel, gotten to a point where you can't stay where you were anymore. All right. Oh, interesting. So here you have the Seven of Coins. So this is the Seven of Pentacles. And it's interesting for a few different reasons. Okay. If you're not feeling grounded right now, you will feel grounded, okay? Because this person is in the sand and then the water is coming. So definitely there's cleansing, there's grounding. You're going to be on more solid ground than you were over here. This is very, very shaky over here. So with this new beginning, the Seven of Coins is definitely saying that it's a process. Everything is not going to happen overnight for you. It's kind of like this wheel here, the Wheel of Fortune. As the wheel goes around, if you look up here, it's just the different phases of the moon. So if we start at 12 o'clock, there's just phases of the moon. And then all of a sudden you get to the amethyst here. and then you go through another phase, and then you have the fire here, and then you have the sunflower here. So do you see how it starts off a little slow here? That's the same concept with the Seven of Pentacles here, where things are going to start out a little slow. And that's what I've been saying throughout this whole reading. Take your time, stay grounded as you go through all this. Unexpected things are happening beneath the surface, which is what happens with the Seven of Coins, okay? It's just like you can't see necessarily, 24/7 what is causing the waves to come up on the shore, right? We don't think about that. It just kind of happens. And so it's that same concept where things are going on behind the scenes. So just let it happen. Everything is falling into place for you. Slowly but surely, everything's coming together and you're building something. So you're going from the Seven of Pentacles here to the 10 of Pentacles. You can't just have the 10 of Pentacles overnight. But the important thing is that you're stepping right into your fate, your destiny. This is destined, like this is supposed to happen for you. And you're going to be very successful with something that you are putting your mind to. And let me just point out this one more time. You have a wish is granted. I'm going to set it right up here as we end your reading. And then this one will keep over here with the endings. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it helped you. If you did enjoy it, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, group number 2. You have New Realm and the Swan rune. And you also have the Labyrinth and Journey, and it's number 15. So definitely, you seem to be going on a journey here, and I feel there's a lot of twists and turns to your journey, but I do feel that something unexpected that is going to happen is that when you least expect it, a door opens up for you. Because you see how you're going along, and then all of a sudden there's a new pathway here where, so here's one here, and then you have to go all the way around here until there's another doorway here. So I feel like you're just kind of going along, possibly waiting for an opportunity, or maybe you're just going about life and then all of a sudden something happens and you're like, oh wow, I could go in here. And then the same thing happens here. So it's definitely some interesting journey that you are going on. Definitely new experiences. I feel it's somehow connected to your dreams, something like coming together for you. And it could definitely be something like maybe you have a fear that this isn't going to happen because you've been going along and you've been waiting so long and you're like, why hasn't it happened yet? Well, I'm seeing that something's going to really, really be unexpected that happens, but it's very, very good. It's like a new door is opening for you. It's something that you've been waiting for. If you've been trying to manifest something, I'm feeling like just all of a sudden one day it happens, it's there, and you're in this new world. So definitely, Spirit says you don't have to worry about, is this going to happen? Because yes, it is going to happen. You will be stepping into a new realm, a new world for you. And it definitely feels like there's a sense of peace that's happening when you get there, because I feel this is something that you've been wanting for a long time. And also, I said this with group number 1. It's very interesting. Every group today, the animal rune really, really matched up perfectly with the cards. So new realm, journey, it's just the journey has some twists and turns. So definitely don't be surprised by things, and don't be afraid to try something kind of out of your comfort zone, Spirit says. But yeah, everything's going to come together for you. What else can you tell us for group number 1? Okay, so we want these 2 cards. All right. So we have number 10, Innocence and New Moon. Ooh, that's interesting. Look at how you have the bird eggs here. There's definitely new opportunities that are coming into your life for you. And also, Number 10 makes me think of the Wheel of Fortune. And look back here, there's like this circle. I feel like your luck is changing. And with innocence, it almost gives me like the Fool vibes where there's this new beginning. It's something about divine timing with the eggs down here because you can't rush that process, right? The egg is going to hatch when the egg is ready to hatch. It's just part of the natural order of things. And I feel some of you might be at a crossroads. I'm getting a crossroads energy from this card. Some of you might not see the crossroad yet. Some of you may just feel stuck and you're not seeing any other options. I'm seeing an option appearing literally right in front of you. I mean, the eggs are literally right here. And also this person has wings. So definitely I feel you're going to be able to fly soon. I feel it's not quite time yet, but this is all tied into that unexpected thing that's happening. And look at all the flowers, all these beautiful flowers happening here. So something is about to take shape and blossom for you. Definitely a new cycle with new moon, and anything that you've been trying to manifest or bring about. Didn't I say something about manifesting over here too? I think I did, like manifesting your dreams. Yeah, I feel like that's going to happen for you soon. But it seems like in an unexpected way somehow. Yeah. Okay, what else do we have? We have number 22 in transition. I believe this card was in the exact same spot in group number 1. That's very interesting. All moon phases, yeah, it is number 22, so that's a really, really powerful transition. See, I feel like you're already starting to go through this transition and everything is like interconnected. Everything is lining up for you. It's just, I'm telling you, there's something about timing. Yes, definitely there's something about timing because I just came back to this card when I said that, and how you may have certain distractions along this journey here that keep you busy until this door right here opens up for you. So things for some of you may be taking longer than you expected or longer than you wanted, but things are happening, okay? You have so many signs here, like literally every single card in your rune are pointing to the fact that there's a new phase coming up for you. It's going to happen at that perfect time. There's no rushing this, because if you rushed it, you know, let's say that you're over here and you're trying to rush it, so you just, you know, create a hole right here and you go through over here. Well, you could miss this amazing opportunity down here. You see what I'm saying? So there is a divine order of things when it comes to timing. And yes, that may be very, very uncomfortable, but Spirit says it's kind of unavoidable. Like you just have to go through this process to get what you want. Because if you rush it, you're not going to get the full wish, the full dream. Somehow it would be flawed. But by waiting and being patient, you're getting at least as much as what you want, if not more. What else can you tell us for group number 2, please? Let me see. This card wants to come out. Oh, and this one too. Okay. All right. Yeah, see? It's the guide. Inheritance, correction. You're being guided. And oh my gosh, do you see all the keys here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 keys. You know, that's interesting because here on Labyrinth you have number 15, and then here you have 16 keys, and then you have the bell. So this opportunity is not going to pass you up, okay? If you're thinking that your day is never going to come, or it's taking so long that you're never going to, you know, get your opportunity, you're going to have to give up on this idea, that is not true. The bell is, it's going to be undeniable when this unexpected thing happens. It's going to be undeniable that that was meant for you, okay? It's happening. It's definitely happening. You're going to inherit what you've been waiting for. And you're being guided too. Listen to your intuition. Follow your heart. Look at the star here. Keep manifesting what it is that you want to see happen. The acolyte New projects and learning. Wow. I'm seeing like with this scroll here, I just had a flash of it being like a contract or an offer for something. So some of you could be looking for a new job, a new opportunity. Some of you might be looking for a partnership with something. Yeah, that's really interesting. I feel like there's something else going on here, but it's not coming through yet. But I'm pretty sure it will. It usually does. But also look at the cup here. Okay, that's making me think of the Queen of Cups. What are you trying to tell me with the Queen of Cups? I mean, I am seeing you literally holding what you've been desiring. I mean, maybe not literally having it in your hand, but it's like in front of you. You can see it. And this is like the unexpected thing. And then do you see this little drop right here? I'm seeing that's like tears of joy. And it's also like filling your cup with exactly what you've wanted. Yeah, there's something about your intuition here. Do you see this right here? It's making me think of like an eye. Like your eye is closed and you're meditating and you're listening to your intuition. So don't let your fears guide you through this process. Let your intuition guide you through this process. All right, I'm going to take one card from the tea leaf deck. Can you tell us what is the most important thing that group number 2 knows from this deck? Okay, I was going to take one, but we got 2. The same thing happened with group number 1. Okay, let's see what we have here. Wind chimes, peace and harmony. Wow. Oh, and look, there's leaves falling. There's a change in the air. There's a transition in the air. A new phase is coming in for you. And I'm seeing you relaxing. So a new phase in your journey is coming in where you're starting to see, like this thing that's unexpected for you is that you're getting part of what you've been desiring. I feel like it's the beginning of something that you've been wanting for a very long time, something that you've been preparing for a long time with learning here, okay? So you have learning. I feel you've already done the learning part, and there could be some learning that needs to happen once this this unexpected thing opens up for you. But it's also that just because it's a new project, it's a new phase. But once that happens, it's like, oh, I can relax now. I'm finally on my way. Like you're seeing progress with things. All right, let's see what else we have. So we have Valley, deep personal strength, and peace that assures success. You have peace on both of these cards. I feel like you're not at peace right now because things are unsettled. It definitely feels like an unsettled energy because this is confusing. It's a maze. And you're like, wait a minute, I thought if I went down this way, I would get what I wanted. And it's like confusion and fear, like, well, maybe it's not going to happen. Maybe I'm on the wrong path. But, you know, when we look at, let me do it this way. Okay. When we look at the Innocence card here, remember how I was getting the Fool vibes? Which if you don't know, that's in the tarot deck, and that's like beginning your journey, okay? It's also number 10. So this is showing me that it definitely is kind of like the Fool vibes where something is ending. Number 10 means something is completing. And you will be released from this kind of limbo that you're in. Because I feel like you're already in a transition period. It's just kind of slow moving because for some reason, it's complicated. I'm not quite sure why. Probably because it's going to vary slightly for each of your situations. But just because it's complicated doesn't mean it's not going to happen. What else can you tell us for group number 2? The 6 of Swords. Do you see what's happening here? You're moving away from a time of stress and you're being guided forward. And also, let me set these down. Okay. See, you have the bird here. The bird is leading the way. This is very interesting, 6 of Swords, because I feel like this is you. I feel like both of these people are you, okay? But this is the old you. This is you in this labyrinth over here, in this maze, trying to get to like the bullseye in the middle, trying to get to what you want. And then this is you after. This over here, this is you when you can see that door has opened. And now you're actually in it, right? Whatever it is that you want, you're there and you're making progress. Like you actually can see the progress that you're making now. So yeah, things are going to get easier for you, especially emotionally, because I feel like you've been waiting for a while for this to happen. And the longer you wait, the more you kind of feel like, well, should I give up, or is this not meant for me? And there's a great sense of confusion and fear, but that's going to dissipate. The Ace of Cups, look at that. That is amazing. There's a new opportunity coming in for you. And look at these colors. I feel like your chakras are going to be more balanced. Like I said, your emotions, your mental health. It's a new opportunity. This is that unexpected thing that's happening for you. And it's already, see, that's why you're in this transition already, even though it may not feel like it, because it's already on its way to you. Do you see how the coin has wings? And you have the bird here, it's on its way to you. It's just that timing thing, which is so frustrating. The Tower card. Oh, the Tower card. So this makes so much sense given the labyrinth over here. And what I was saying in the very, very beginning, remember how, like if you started over here, and you're going, and you keep going and going. It's like, wait a minute, I've been going for a long time. Why hasn't anything happened yet? And so with the Tower card, I am getting the sense that you're not actually having a Tower card moment, but you fear that you're going to have a Tower card moment. That is what I'm feeling with this combination of cards. You feel like it's going to happen, or you feel like it did happen. You feel like, oh no, I didn't. I thought there was an opportunity and then there wasn't. So it may have felt like a Tower card moment, but for some reason that, you know, it's just spirit talking to me, I am not seeing a Tower moment happening for you. Now, what that could mean for some of you, if you really did have a Tower card moment and you're like, no, I really did have one. Okay, I understand. But what could be happening there is spirit is saying, no, it really wasn't a Tower card moment. It may have looked like it, but it was a blessing in disguise. Okay, so that is the other side of what could be happening here. So let's see what you have next. Yeah, do you see what what I just said? It may have felt like a Tower card moment, but it was leading you to the Knight of Pentacles. It was getting you on the right path if you were on the wrong path, okay? And then what I said in the beginning with the Tower card moment, that I wasn't seeing this happening, but you have this fear. What is really happening is you're slowly but surely being guided through this labyrinth over here. And I feel that somehow, for some reason, there's some kind of spiritual thing that's happening as you're going through this labyrinth. I mean, it could be you're, going through, a different thought process. You're thinking about things differently. You're seeing things differently. Maybe you're building a great deal of resilience as you go through these challenges of the labyrinth, because you have deep personal strength and peace here that assures success. So I feel like maybe you're fine-tuning your skills or your mental acuity, you're learning something here, right? Which is going to help you as you start to move forward. But look at this. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize this until, I saw these lines here, but I didn't put two and two together. So do you see this? It's like the labyrinth right here. Literally all those lines. There's one right around, there's actually two around the pentacle really close. Okay, this is that labyrinth, but you're still heading towards your goal. The Knight of Pentacles is a slower moving card, but you're still moving. And then it's like all of a sudden, unexpectedly, something shifts for you. And, you know, that also makes sense with the Tower card because this is something unexpected, but it doesn't have to be bad. A lot of people think, oh my gosh, the Tower card, it's horrible, I'm scared. But that's not always the case. That's definitely not always the case. And obviously I already explained that in your particular reading, but yeah, it's like something unexpected is opening up for you. See, you have the Wheel of Fortune, okay? So if you didn't believe me before with the Tower card, if you said, oh no, that means it's not going to happen. Do you see here you have the Wheel of Fortune? The Knight of Pentacles, you're moving toward the Wheel of Fortune, towards your destiny. Things are happening behind the scenes. And it's interesting because there are kind of these loops that are going around here, like that labyrinth. So interesting. Ooh, some of you may be going around and around where you're not giving up on something and you keep trying and trying and trying. And what's interesting here, look at how you have the lightning on this Wheel of Fortune card. And usually we see lightning on the Tower card. So you have it on the Wheel of Fortune, and this is showing that unexpected thing, that lightning is striking, and it is striking in a very, very favorable manner. And it's striking just like the bell is striking, and it's going to be unmistakable. So nothing is passing you by, okay? What you're waiting for, what you're wanting, it is there waiting for you. You're going to inherit something unexpected, but it's something that you've been hoping and wishing for. The Temperance card. You have so much balance and peace. Everything is coming together for you. Spirit says stay grounded as you're going through this journey, because it is a journey. It has these twists and turns, but I feel like you're picking up things along the way. Like, I feel like this journey that you're on isn't just to waste time. I feel like you're actually doing things as you're going through all of these different phases and challenges. Yeah, and you know, with all moon phases, it's kind of like you have to go through all of these things before you can get what you want, before you can get to the center here, which is your goal. So Spirit is saying with the temperance, the peace and harmony, the wind chimes over here, and then strength and peace over here. Spirit is saying that, okay, Spirit is being kind of blunt here, saying, look, there's nothing you can do. You're already doing what you can do. You're already going through the process. You're putting your energy into it. You're putting the effort out there. And yes, the universe knows that you're putting that energy into this. Yes, you are going to be rewarded. But when I say there's nothing you can do, there's nothing you can do to speed up this process. So Spirit says what you can do to make the process easier is calm down, go with the flow, and stay grounded, and things will just seem like it's so much easier for you. And it won't seem like it's taking as long. So that's what Spirit says, okay? Now, let's see what else we have. The Page of Cups. See, this is an unexpected event right here. And look at how you have the rainbow back here, and there's like a star on the cup. Something unexpected is happening, and it's exactly what you've been waiting for. For some of you, this is a form of communication or a form of movement. Possibly both. Maybe you're getting communication about moving somewhere. Maybe you're getting communication about, you know, a job that you've wanted, and then you're moving into that new environment. But it definitely feels like there's a new environment here, an offering for you. And if you choose to accept it, then that door is opening for you. That new pathway, especially because here, you see what I'm saying here? You have number 10 in innocence. Remember I said that's the end of something. You're getting closure on something. Something's being completed and you're stepping into this transition. But coming down the line here, then you have the Six of Swords where you're moving out of this period of anxiety and waiting for things to happen, especially because the Six of Swords is a slower moving card. It's not going that fast. So it's going to feel longer than what it actually is for you. And then what happens is the Page of Cups, where this is your new opportunity. So do you see this row, how everything is just lining up for you? This new realm in the Swan. You know, it's just like the Swan. The Swan doesn't speed through the water typically, right? The Swan's just kind of taking this leisurely stroll through the water. And that's what I'm seeing for you. Even though you want to speed it up, it's just timing. And then we have the Six of Wands. This is an amazing card for you because this is a victory card. This is hard won. You put in that hard effort. Remember I told you, I see and I feel that you are doing everything you can to accomplish what it is that you want. That is not going unnoticed by the universe, okay? So just know that. It's just that timing thing. But you're going to get exactly what you want. And then I feel that's just the beginning for you. There's just more to come after that, but there's this sense of peace that comes over you because you're like, okay, I'm finally seeing some sort of progress happening. The Ten of Wands, yeah. So at times you feel like you want to give up, but Spirit is saying, look at how strong this person is. You know, some of us who would try to carry all of this wood here, we wouldn't be able to do it because it's so heavy. But this person's like, no, I got this. And I feel like this is also indicating what I was saying, that as you're going through the labyrinth, you're picking things up along the way. Just like this person has picked things up. It's like you're picking up new skills, new lessons, new, the way you look at things is different. And it's building this sense of resilience, this strength, and also combined with the skills and everything else that you're gaining here. But this is going to help you as you go forward. For some reason, this process is going to help you. And it's also number 10. So this is another confirmation that this rough cycle, this difficult time that you're in, is coming to an end for you. The Seven of Swords. Okay. Did I say this earlier? Because I'm pretty sure I said this, where this opportunity is not going to pass you up. Some of you may feel like you're not cut out for this, or you're not going to get noticed. Time is getting away from you. This opportunity is going to pass you by. That is not happening. Some of you are also doubting your skills or your idea. That's not the problem either. The problem is this door hasn't opened yet. But that is the unexpected thing that's happening for you, is this door opening. And this is also why it's so important to don't let your fears control you, okay? Because things are absolutely taking shape. It might not feel like it, but they are. So here we have the Knight of Swords. Your cards, I love this. So let me pick this back up. Okay, so here with the Seven of Swords, remember, it's like self-doubt. Oh, maybe I made the wrong decision. Maybe I shouldn't have pursued this path. And then all of a sudden this door opens. Maybe you tried to knock on this door before and it wouldn't open, but it opens now. And then what happens? You have the Knight of Swords, where it's like, oh my gosh, my door opened and I'm moving forward. And it's the level of excitement in this Knight of Swords card is just amazing. And I feel like you're cutting through. You see the sword here? It's like you're cutting through boundaries. You're literally knocking down anything that was standing in your way before, and it's like full speed ahead. Remember how we start out really slow? And then, because I kept feeling, even from the beginning with your very first card, that there was some kind of door that's opening for you. And that door opened with the Seven of Swords, and then this is the result. There's no slowing you down at that point. Let's get your last card. The Four of Pentacles. Okay. This is literally what I've been saying. You cannot rush this process. It is going to happen when it is supposed to happen. Is it frustrating? Yes, I can feel it. Is it always going to be that way? Absolutely not. No, it is not. Any blockages, any pauses, delays that you've been experiencing, they are there for a reason. I think a couple reasons. The first one being that divine timing. But the second thing, which ties into the divine timing, is there's something that you're supposed to be learning throughout this process. Remember up here you have learning. And so, I got it now. Remember I said there was another meaning to this scroll down here, and I just got it. There's something that you're supposed to either finish or accomplish or learn before this door opens for you. And here it is wrapped up really nice and neat in a bow. And then all of a sudden this door opens for you. And then you carry with you all of these things here, and you're stronger. Then when you go through this door, you have this stronger foundation, whether it's in your mind, in like your physical body, or you're mastering some kind of skill, or mastering how to talk to people, or putting the finishing touches on a project, or maybe you're trying to get a new job and you're learning a new skill. Once you get that down, then that door opens. Maybe you're trying to start a business, and once you get all your ducks in a row and everything's lined up and solid, that's when the customers start to come in, or your clients start to come in. Just examples, but whatever it is, once it becomes solid, that's when things shift for you. And also it's that timing as well. But as you're waiting for time to line up, I feel like you're not wasting time. There's something that you're doing in the meantime that is beneficial while you are waiting. And that is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, group number 3. You have Industrious and Rat for your animal rune. And you also have Succulence and Resilience. It's also number 38. Well, the first thing that stands out to me is that when I was laying out your 3 cards in the beginning for you to choose your group, I said this is resistance. And just as the word was coming out of my mouth, I was like, no, it's not resistance, it's resilience. But that's interesting that I said that. So I feel that you have probably had resistance in your life with something, but through resilience, you're going to come out on the other side. And that, I feel that's this unexpected thing that's happening for you, is something is shifting unexpectedly for you, but it's shifting because you have been resilient. And it's interesting also, in every single group, the animal rune matched up perfectly with the card. So in your case, with Rat and Industrious, okay, that goes so well with the resistance and resilience, because the rats kind of, they scavenge for food, and it's, very, very tough conditions. And I feel that's kind of what you're doing right now. However, it's making you stronger, okay? And your hard work, your dedication, your focus, it's going to pay off for you. So Spirit says, keep pushing and keep doing what you're doing, because you will succeed. I'm also hearing something about staying calm, staying focused, and that this hard work that you're doing, it's like you're building something that can stand up to things, that can resist difficult things, like resist things from bringing it down, right? So whatever you're building, it will resist. Like I'm seeing like wind, right? Like you're going to resist any chaos or anything like that. And with that resistance, you're building this resilience to get through these difficult times. All right, let's look at your other card. Sorry, I just moved that and okay. It keeps moving. Do you see how it keeps moving? That's so funny. All right. Ooh, okay, those are your cards right there. Let's see what we have. Ooh, okay, so you have number 2, freedom, Balsamic moon. Yeah, so you're gaining freedom from these restrictions that you're feeling. Things are not always going to be this difficult. And look, this person looks like a warrior, kind of like, you know, I knew I would always get through this. Is that a snake? It does look like a snake. There's some sort of huge transition that you're going through that is leading to this freedom. Look how strong you are. You're going to get through this. If you feel like you're not, you are. You're going to get through this. Let me see what your other card is. Birth, number 30, and birth, new moon. That is amazing. This is the unexpected right here. Because of when it happens, possibly how it happens. I feel like you're getting noticed for something. It's like somehow someone's noticing this resilience and how hard you've been working, and it's like you're climbing like this uphill battle. It's so difficult, but you're not giving up. I mean, this person's not giving up. Look at the power, okay? And through that power, you're gaining your freedom. And it's this new cycle that is starting. I feel like there's something else going on here, but we'll see as we go along. It'll come to me. What else can you tell us? Okay, this one. What else? What else can you tell us? This one here. The guide, inheritance, and correction. This was in group number 2, I believe. I feel, okay, well, the first thing that I'm seeing here is the star. This is the first thing that's that I'm being directed to. So I feel like this is your goal here. And with these keys, I feel like maybe you've had opportunities that have passed you up. Like you keep trying and trying and trying, and every time you try a key, it doesn't open the door. And that's building this sense of resilience. And that would also be the resistance that you're feeling. Because I feel that the doors that you have tried to open so far, those weren't your doors. That's exactly why they didn't open. And you see here you have inheritance and correction. Not being able to open these doors is being corrected. And it's leading to this birth and the freedom. Yes, look at how, oh my gosh, see, I see what it is. I told you there was something else coming through with these cards, but it wasn't here yet. This is the key to these 2 cards here, that missing piece I wasn't seeing. Okay. You are looking for freedom from resistance over here, even though it says resilience, I said resistance in the beginning, in the very, very beginning. So you were looking for freedom from resistance, but you kept going, I feel, because you truly believed that one day it would happen for you. One day you would have this new birth. And as you're looking for freedom, you had all of these potential opportunities that appeared, but they never worked for you. You never got to open that door. However, look at the bell. There's a correction that's happening. So the thing that's unexpected is that the next key that you get, or maybe, you know, the second or third one down the row, is going to open that door for you, which is opening the door for this birth here and this new life that's coming in for you. And you're going to feel so much lighter when that happens. The witch, experimentation, and rebellion. I feel like there has been a little bit of experimentation going on with you because every key didn't, you know, every single time you try to open a door, it didn't open. So I feel that's where the experimentation is coming in. And I feel rebellion is a sense of getting very, very frustrated and wanting to just rebel from the system, right? From whatever system you're in. But that also is building this resilience. You know, getting through these difficult circumstances, it's really building resilience, and it's building character also, which I know you're like, well, I don't need character. I need to have what I want. But that's just what Spirit is telling me. So I'm just the messenger here. I'm going to take 1 card from the tea leaf deck, or possibly 2. I kept saying 1 card and 2 kept coming out in the previous group. So let's see, what do we have here? And there's your 2 cards right there. That is so funny. All right, let's see what we have. Okay. Harp, great happiness. Okay, so definitely a change is going to be in the air. You're going to get exactly what you've been looking for with the great happiness card. And also, it's like you're singing a different tune, like the melody is changing in your life, whereas before it may have been, I'm seeing like you keep playing the same note, the same tune over and over and over and over again, and it's getting old because I feel like you keep trying to open the door over and over and over again, and it's not working and it's getting old, but that is changing for you. Changes in the air. Okay, what else do we have? Bread, period of prosperity and abundance. I love this for you. The thing that's unexpected is freedom from your situation, freedom from something that you've been working so hard to change, okay? So that's changing. It's bringing in this period of prosperity and abundance with this new birth and the new moon here. So you're definitely going into a new cycle. Things are changing for you. Things won't always be so difficult for you. And it's because of your hard work, okay? Learning to play the harp, I'm sure, is not easy. I'm sure it takes some skill and some talent and some time to develop this skill, right? And so your resistance, see, I just did it again. Your resilience to the resistance is building some sort of character. I don't know exactly what it is for you, but I keep hearing it's building this character. So for some of you, that could be literal. For others of you, it could be metaphorical. But it's like preparing you for this new birth here, for this new chapter in your life. There's absolutely a new chapter happening in your life. It's going to be so much easier. So much easier. And I feel because of everything that you've gone through trying to get to this point, it's going to make the reward so much sweeter, because it's like, oh, finally, I went through so much to get to where I am. That victory is going to feel amazing for you. What else can you tell us for group number 3, please? Group number 3. Okay. Okay, so you have the King of Cups. This is really exciting because this is you finding that balance that you've been looking for. And also, I feel that there's something coming to, coming into completion. So I feel like you are accomplishing some kind of goal coming up here with, the unexpected thing that's happening. It's some goal that you want to accomplish that's bringing you, it's like elevating your status with something somehow. So it's bringing in a lot of success, but it's also bringing in a sense of definitely happiness that we have over here with the harp. It's like a sense of accomplishment, and it feels like you can kind of relax. And it also is, there's something about freedom that's coming in with this card also, where it feels like there's freedom with something that you've accomplished, where now that you've accomplished this one thing, it's kind of opened more doors for you. So it could have something to do with being recognized for something, getting your name out there. Now people are familiar with who you are, things like that. And then we have the 4 of Cups. Lots of cups so far. And this, again, this is that unexpected thing. So see, this is what's happening here. This is the unexpected thing. This is what you've been waiting for. And one day it just appears. And do you see how you've been waiting for it? Because here this person is pouring the honey onto the table, because there should be a jar there. There should be a cup there. And so it's like you've just been waiting and waiting and waiting, and it felt like this endless waiting game. And you have all of this that you want to accomplish back here. And I feel that, so this can either be representing your dreams with how far you want to take this, or this could represent the preparation that you've gone through already. And it's like this thing is ready to be born. You've worked on it. Remember, I was talking earlier about how I'm like with the rat, with the resilience, it's like you keep pushing forward in an environment looking for and trying to achieve something. And that is exactly what is going to pay off. You know, with all the bees around this jar up here, I feel like something is literally being carried into your life. And it's really going to open this new chapter of your life. The Three of Swords. I feel like this is coming to an end, okay? And the reason why is this lightning, okay? This is an unexpected event that is happening. And look, you have the bee on the heart. And you know, the honey is so healing. So this bee to me has a couple different meanings here. So first of all, I feel like your heart will be healing. This pain that you've been going through, just pushing and pushing and pushing through, you know, with the resilience and resistance, okay? And so you've been like you've been trying to walk uphill when there's like this massive windstorm that's trying to push you back downhill, but you keep pushing forward and keep pushing forward. And so there's definitely a time coming in where you're going to be able to relax. We see that with the King of Cups here. But there's definitely healing pieces of your heart that I feel were taken away because of doubt that you had about, is this ever going to happen? The other thing that I'm getting with the bee on the heart is there's activity around something that you've hoped and wished for, you know, hoping this thing would happen. There's now activity around that. And you see all the growth here. With the trees and the plants. So I feel like you're very, very protected as you go forward. And then you have the Princess of Jars. So this is the Page of Cups. Do you see all of the cups that you have here? That's amazing. And this again is that thing that's unexpected. So this could be an unexpected discovery. This could be some sort of communication that comes in. This could be that one day you have another key and you go to unlock the door, and this time it actually unlocks the door. Instead of doing nothing, there's something that is shifting for you. And what I'm seeing is that you try something one more time. You know, you keep pushing to achieve something, and it's that one time where it clicks and it opens that door for you, and you're discovering that all of your hard work is paying off, okay? And it's interesting that you have the bread here, because I'm feeling like so you have the bread here, and obviously you need to make the bread, right? You need to add the yeast and all that and make the bread rise and, you know, all of those things. So it's a process, but it's also a process up here that's going on to make the honey, right? So it seems like what's going on with you requires multiple different things to line up and click together to create like this wheel that starts getting things rolling into motion. And I'm feeling like all of those things are starting to line up for you. Wow, you have another cup card, the Six of Cups. Ooh, I love this. Okay, so what this is telling me is this dream that you've had for so long, it's finally arriving. You're preparing it right now. You see how the honey is coming out of this this big jar. I don't know I don't know. I can't think of the word, but it's like this big jug or something right here. And the honey's coming out, going into the cup right here, or the vessel. And that's exactly what I see happening. Because I'm picturing like, you know, after the honey is in the jar, then they're either going to put it on the shelf or sell it or give it to somebody. And so that's what I'm saying here. It's like whatever you've been waiting for a very long time, it is almost ready to be given to you. It's in preparation right now, just like the birth card, right? There was something going on behind the scenes, if you will, from conception to birth. And I feel that we're seeing that with the Six of Cups here. So yeah, it's getting closer and closer and closer. Oh, we have 2 cards. All right. The Ace of Wands. Yeah, do you see what's happening? So here I'm talking about this thing that you've been waiting for a very long time. And then you have the Ace of Wands. So this is something that you're very, very passionate about. And, you know, I could tell that earlier over here with your succulents card, because you wouldn't have this level of see, I keep doing it every single time. You wouldn't have this level of resilience given all of the resistance that you've felt up until this point. And in your case, this resistance wasn't that you were on the wrong path. It was just that things were not ready yet. Okay. We're seeing that in multiple cards here. And actually we're seeing that with kind of the theme of this deck with the bee. This is the bee tarot. So it's definitely has a lot of honey in the deck. And so, you know, you have multiple cards here where it's showing that this is taking a lot of time. It's a process, but you're getting there and it's going to pay off for you. But yeah, this Ace of Wands, this is like that new door that's opening, this new pathway where the door is opening and that's just the beginning, because when you walk through that door, that's when you're going to be able to really put your skills to work or your knowledge to work, or really allow this new beginning to blossom in your life. Then you have the Sun card. Ooh, look at how everything's coming together. Isn't that what I told you? Everything is coming together. There's multiple elements that need to line up in order to get exactly what you need. And they're all, like, everything is lining up. I feel like it's really close. And so whatever this is that you have great passion for, maybe some of you are into the arts, because you have the harp here. So it could be music. It could be, you know, some other kind of skill that you have, an artistic skill, excuse me, an artistic skill, a talent, something like that. But I feel that everything's coming together. And I am seeing, I keep seeing this, there's some sort of recognition for hard work that you've put into something. So that could be anything that you have going on in your life. You're finally getting the recognition, the rewards, the money is going to start coming in also with the prosperity and abundance card here. Your hard work is paying off. The Two of Swords, yeah, this is showing, especially this particular card, I'm seeing that there's a little bit of frustration, possibly confusion, anxiety, and I'm feeling it's, should I go forward? Should I keep going forward? Should I give up? Should I put this on the shelf? What do I do? So there definitely does seem to be some confusion. I feel like you might be going back and forth, where some days you're feeling very resilient, you're feeling very powerful, and you're going out into the world and you're looking for what it is that you want to see happen, and you're, you know, putting all of this energy into things. And then it seems like other days you're feeling like distracted, you're feeling like you don't know if it's worth going forward, and you're feeling kind of low energy. So I do kind of get this back and forth energy. But for a reason, there's a reason why these delays are happening, and it's because certain things haven't arrived yet. Certain things haven't lined up with your path yet, but they will. Because, you know, what else is interesting? So with the Two of Swords, this person is waiting for something, waiting for an answer, waiting for something to happen. And it's a little bit the same thing with the Four of Cups up here, where this person is, in a sense, distracted because it hasn't happened yet, okay? But look at how close it is. It's literally right here. So I do feel there's a change coming, especially because when we look at this row here, this is the row where you have birth and new moon. So there's definitely a new beginning that's coming in for you. The Hermit card. Yeah, see, this is a bit of a continuation with what I was just saying. This Hermit here looks confused, looks worried, trying to figure things out. And I feel this is where you are right now, wondering, do I keep going forward? Do I keep putting this effort into this? Or do I turn back around and go through this gate here? So there's a gate here, and close that gate behind me and walk away forever. However, you have the light here. So I feel the light is showing that you're getting the answers that you need very soon, especially because this is number 9. So that means that you're coming to the end of a cycle and you'll be walking into a new chapter of your life very soon. And that is when the healing of the heart comes in. Remember I talked about that with the bee on the heart? And also you have the lightning right here. This is the unexpected event, which is pulling you out of the hermit. Okay. So again, in this row, you have the unexpected event. So you're going from the hermit and your heart being hurt to this new birth. Okay, so here you have the barrow. This is very interesting because this is the chariot. So your luck is changing. And look at all these beautiful flowers, how they're blooming. They're very colorful. Everything is very lively. And, you know, it's like all this hard work that you put into this beehive here, there's finally like a market for it. There's somebody who's interested in it. And so that can be literal, it can be metaphorical for some of you, but what I'm seeing is that all of that hard work that you put in over here, this is literally where it's paying off. What I've been saying throughout this whole reading, where you're, you know, for some of you with prosperity over here, you're able to sell a product. You're able to get money for a service or a skill that you have. Maybe you're getting a new job. Maybe you've been working on something. Maybe you've been working on, you know, your physique. Maybe you're working out and you're finally starting to see the results from that. Whatever it is that you've been working so hard on, like the tide is shifting. Okay, you're going from working really, really hard without seeing any results to all of a sudden something unexpected happens with the Princess of Jars here, which is the Page of Cups. And it's like, oh my gosh, this door opens and you're so excited. And then you definitely see with the Wheel of Fortune here that things are changing for you. And that, do you see what's happening in this row? You have correction here. So something's being corrected with the Wheel of Fortune here. Yeah, and then remember the message that you're getting with the Page of Cups and then the bell here. Yeah, it's really, really cool how things are lining up for you. And now you have the King of Swords. So all of that chaos, all of that doubt, it disappears. You're cutting out the resistance. Your resilience is paying off. Your hard work is paying off. I see you like crawling your way to the top of something, and it's paying off for you. I mean, you have the King of Cups here, you have the King of Swords here. I feel that there's something definitely going on with communication where you're hearing something that you've been waiting to hear, or you're able to talk to somebody you've always wanted to talk to. And with that, that's kind of opening like a second door for you or something like that. People are listening to you. The way that you're communicating is people are very receptive to everything that you have to say at this point in time in your journey here. All right, let's look at your last card. And then you have the Seven of Wands. Ooh, very interesting. Okay, so this is an unexpected card. Very, very interesting. There's something about the buzz that's going on around whatever you've been preparing, because let me get this card out. Okay, remember with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like you've been preparing this beehive here and you're ready to deliver it to somebody. Somebody's like, hey, I'm interested in what you have to offer. This could be literal or metaphorical for you, depending on your situation, because it is a general reading. Well, here, everything that you've been preparing for is this beehive that's represented by the beehive, same thing here. But look at all the buzz that's around what you've been doing. okay? So there's a lot of activity that's coming in from something that you have so much passion for, something you've been working on for so long. Everything is starting to come together. And so the energies of the bees here, this can be people, it could be situations, like everything's coming together for you to be able to do exactly what you want to do. So for some of you, this could be getting noticed for your business. If you're starting a business, if you have a skill or a talent, people are saying, hey, I like, the way you're doing that, or whatever. It could be word of mouth. If you're looking for a new job, I feel like people are interested in your resume. They're interested in, hiring you, hiring you, talking to you. If you're moving somewhere, I feel like all of the pieces are coming together. And that's just the beginning for you. You have great happiness and prosperity and abundance coming up in your future. So that is what I see for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching.